See how that goes. But welcome and good morning across all platforms. Welcome to 5 Ways to Live Your Best Business, not just your best life, but your best business. And as I've said already to the amazing crew on BWC on Clubhouse, good morning to you all as well. If you're hearing the sound of my voice on LinkedIn, we got people already joining. Can you just give me a heart or a thumbs up and let me know you can hear me well? There's no buzzing, no extraneous noise. I would love to know that. Those who are joining, good morning, Triscott. Good morning, Trach all. My eyes are not so great this far away. Good morning, everybody joining in. If you can hear me well, just let me know with a little heart or emoji. Hey, Lindell, thanks for being here. Would appreciate it so I can know that you all can hear me well. And if you can't hear me, well, I guess you couldn't tell me anything because you can't hear me. But if you can, definitely give me a thumbs up or heart or emoji or something so I can know that you can hear me well on Instagram. And with that, thank you for that thumbs up. That was DK Hemingway. Appreciate it. So with that, oh, David, that could be David Hemingway. Good to see you, brother. I think. So with that, we'll begin, and then we'll definitely jump back into questions and answers and comments, and we can experiment on the LinkedIn side or on the Instagram side. Those who want to join me and talk to me, we'll have some time for that. We'll see if somebody wants to join on the Instagram side. I can hear you well across all platforms. And on the Breakfast with Champions side, thank you, Dr. Emerald, for that thumbs up. We will invite you all in as well as we do it. What I love about the power of video, I do love I love video. And it's just an amazing platform. I know many of us, Dr. Jenny Lacey, Stars Teen, and others do multi-streaming on video as well. And that's a way to multiply and reuse that content. So let's dive right into it. 5 things I want to share today. Today, as I do this broadcast, it's August the 2nd on Wednesday. It's amazing. We've gone through January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It's already the 8th month of the year. Just a few more months before again, we hit December. Before again, another year goes by. By the time this year is over, I'll be 51 years old. Some of you listening to my voice are 20. Some of you are 30s. Some of you are 40s. But 51 is a milestone of age. It's no longer a child. It's also getting to think of a different season of life. No, I'm not dead. But it is a different season of life. And there's a few things that I still want to do in life and set myself up differently. I started late with the financial game and saving game and things of this nature. Started late. Great parents and great community and all that, but certain things I just wasn't taught. So I'm only learning now compound interest and putting money aside and things of this nature. But I want to dive today into what I'm seeing, the blessings that I'm seeing of growth in my business and life, because I hope it helps you. As you all know, I have no problem talking about the negative side, talking about the downside. If I'm depressed, if I'm down, I have no problem bringing it to you as I've done it. But I also want to talk about the blessings and the success and things I'm seeing just in the past few hours. If I told you about some of the phone calls and connections I've made in just the past few hours, it'll blow your mind. And I'm going to touch on what I'm doing and how it can help you. And again, my name is Ramon Ray. I started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, and doing some amazing things. And I'll share that with you. And I'm here filling in, by the way. I want to give honor and say, forgive me for not saying it, filling in for Amelia Antonetti, the behaviorist. She brings it and says it like it is. And you definitely want to see the things she's doing at Designing Genius. Follow her and check out her community, Designing Genius. So check that out. You following me on Instagram, you all on LinkedIn, you all on Facebook, you all on YouTube, you all on Twitter. Definitely check out Amelia Antonetti, one of our favorite hosts on BWC. So let's jump into it. And again, glad you're all here with me to follow in this journey. And thank you, Dr. Emerald, for your comments there. Thank you, Taj. Thank you, Taj. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Victoria. Good morning to you as well, as I look at the chat on Clubhouse and this multi-stream thing. So let's dive into it. I'll be focused, and then we'll jump back in and have some conversation about some things I'm sharing. Those of you who are not seeing, I have slides today. Not that you need the slides, but slides could be a fun way to follow along with me. Any typos are my fault. But tips for success: live your best business. How do we live our best business? If you're hearing the sound of my voice, feel free to hit the share button, share it out, put a comment out. And it's amazing. These things live kind of forever when you put a comment, when you share. So not only do I appreciate it, but if you're hearing something of value, the communities that you're in, they will see this as well and appreciate you. Don't forget, if you're hearing the sound of my voice on Clubhouse, you can use the clip tool and share the audio out as well across your platforms. So let's dive into it today. A few things that I'm finding in my business as I share with you. And then definitely I'll pause in between. And especially on the Clubhouse side, you all can unmic and jump in with me and we'll hear you across all platforms and or on Instagram. If you want to join me in a minute here, get ready. If you want to join me, you can hit the join Ramon live on video and you can join too. So let me dive into it. Tip number one, I think I just have a few points. How to live your best life. And I think tip number one thing I've learned is the power of taking risk. Many of us, I believe, and God has made us all different levels of risk. Things I may risk, things you may not risk. Yes, if I had the opportunity to connect with Oprah Winfrey and pay her $100,000, $500,000 fee, and I can get financing for it, I definitely would take the risk and do it. Many of you would not. But as T.M. Hyman said, that's how much I believe in myself, even though I failed many times, I would take that risk. So tip number one, as we're thinking about August, as we're thinking about the rest of the year, as we're thinking about going forward, and thank you again, those joining on Instagram. Apple, good to see you. I am Regina. Thanks for joining, Regina. Flemings, you're good. Master, thanks for joining as well. Is that Shay Brown? Or I am Davis. Thanks for joining. And again, the Breakfast with Champions crew. What can you do to take a bit more risk than you've taken this year or to date? What can you do? And put that in the chat on Clubhouse as well if you like. What is something you're saying, Ramon? I've been playing it a bit too safe. It could be a risk with money. That's kind of the default, the easiest to measure. Should you take your credit card out and risk $10,000, $5,000, $2,000 on something that might not work, as Seth Godin says? And yes, take a risk. Thank you for commenting on that Facebook user. What can you take risk on? What can you do it? What can you take risk on? Doing an event that you're not sure if will work? Investing money in publishing your next book that you're not sure if will sell? Investing in a program of one of our many people here today? Investing in your health and beauty, hitting up Christina saying, Christina, it's time for me to invest in some of that lip balm, skin cream, some of the stuff Christina has. Maybe investing in something Dr. Janie Lacey has to help you with that yucky stuff from your childhood to get that out and cleaned. Maybe it's investing there. Maybe it's calling up Maria and saying, Maria, I'm ready to invest in some real estate. Can you help me? Maybe it's investing in any of the programs of our team here. Maybe it's simply going on Amazon and getting Dora Maria's book and saying, let me plunk down what, $10, $5, $11, whatever it is, and get a book for somebody. Maybe it's that investment. Maybe it's going bigger, and yeah, where Felicia's like, you know what? I'm going to invest $20,000, $30,000 in doing an event that I've never done before, and I'm going to do my best to see if it works. Where can we take bigger risk? This has been one of my keys to success. Pastor James, thanks for being here on Instagram side. It's taking risks. Some days I wish I'd done it smarter. Some days I wish I would have saved more. But I'll tell you this much, I wouldn't have built and sold smartustle.com without risk. I wouldn't have built and sold smallbiztechnology.com without risk. I wouldn't have built and sold Small Business Summit without risk. And today's zoneofgenius.com is growing because of some risk. Celebrity CEO is growing because of some risk. The Entrepreneurs Awards and Conference we'll be doing next April is happening because of some risk. Is it time for you to take some risk? If it's time for you to take a risk on the Instagram side, put a heart in the chat or put an R in the chat. Let me see that. If you're hearing the sound of my voice on Instagram, put an R in that chat if you know you need to take a risk. On the Clubhouse side, if you know you need to take a risk and you're ready to take a risk, put an R in the chat for the word risk that you know you need to take some risk. Thank you, Natalie. It's time to take some risk, to up-level yourself. All the time, you cannot play it safe. Thank you, Christina Wayman. Thank you, Dr. Emerald. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Shantae. It's time to take some risk. And here's the thing about risk, as I share a little picture there on the slides, it's kind of like walking a tightrope, a tight rope. Most people are not going to take the first step. That's okay. When the children of Israel were at the Red Sea, somebody had to put their foot into the just moved water. Somebody has to step first and do it and be willing to be embarrassed, be willing to be ashamed, be willing to be, oops, it didn't work, be willing to say, oops, it failed, Somebody has to take the first step. And oftentimes we don't want to take the first step. We're afraid. Or we don't want to lose. And I get it. I don't want to lose. I have a family to support. I have people who depend on me. So I can't lose everything. I don't want to lose. I don't want to do something too stupid. But yet I know if I want to get to the next level, I have to take the first step. Thank you, Lindell on Instagram. You got to take the first step. And many of us are not willing to do that. Educated risk to go. That's exactly right, Dr. Emerald, on the Clubhouse side. It's time to take risk. And I think we don't take enough risk. We're holding back too much. We're playing it too safe. Go to point number 2. And then after point number 2, I'm going to pause and see if anybody wants to join or have any comments. This is a fun one. One of my favorite. It's the power of being nice. It may sound corny. It may sound a bit hokey. It may sound a bit silly. I know your mama told you a lot of times, your grandmama told you, your teacher told you, but I don't know if you'll believe how far I've gotten in life just by being nice. Just by saying yes to the other. Just serving the other. Just by bringing a smile to the other. How far I've gotten. People who I felt were gonna say no. But just because I was nice and brought a smile to the equation, they said, you know what, for you, Poppy? Yeah, we'll say yes. I just like you. I shouldn't even do this, but I just like you. And I see those hearts on Instagram. That's right. That's right. All right. Somebody's requesting to join the video. I'm going to hit view here and see what's going on here. Let's try this. I love bringing people in, send a request. Let's see what happens. Okay, Rachel. Rachel, I hope it wasn't an accident because you coming on right now. Let's see. Rachel's here. If Rachel's going to join me live or not. I know sometimes it doesn't always work. But let's see. Go live. Okay, we'll see. I think she has to accept. We'll see what happens. So be nice. Being nice is a powerful, powerful asset. Powerful, powerful force. How many have found, put that in the chat on Clubhouse, that when you've been just nice, it's got you further? It wasn't about the price, wasn't about timing, wasn't about much else, but just by being nice. How many have found that? I love that Wisdom Guy says taking actions, even if you make mistakes along the way, you always learn from mistakes. So powerful. Yeah. Just being nice. And you don't want to be taken advantage of. No, for sure not. But being nice. Just being nice. It's so important. And focus on the human first aspect. One of my largest keynotes, my most in-demand keynotes is happening to be human connections in a digital world. No matter about ChatGPT, TikTok, fax machines, whatever you want. That human connection is still very important. And sometimes we forget about that check-in. How are you doing? That's one thing technology will never replace is a check-in, human to human, because we have the emotional connection and it's from our heart-centricness of care. So don't forget to be nice. Don't forget to slow down on working on your deal and let me see what's best for them first. I had a conversation yesterday with a team member of a huge mega influencer that all of you know. And much of my conversation, even though they have all the money they need, was focused on let me make sure they get what they want. Because I know if they get what they want, they'll give me what I want. Let me say that again, as I get from Della Toro. If I give them what they want, they will make sure I get what I want. This is important. There's no secret sauce to it, but it is one of my keys to how I've been successful in what I do. When I work at the largest brands in the world, Dell, Microsoft, AT&T, Verizon, I can go down the list. And it's regular people too. But I'm thinking, not only what does this brand want, the law of reciprocity. That's exactly right. It works. When I think of what this brand wants, do you know what I never forget, Christina? You know what I never forget, Marilyn? You know what I never forget, Dr. Jane Lacey? You know what I never forget, Maria? Attached to that brand is a human. She has to make her numbers. She has to impress her boss. There's something she needs to get out of the deal because she represents a brand. And when I remember that, that's what I'm thinking. What will make her happy? What does she need? What will make a smile come on her face? And I'm sure Dr. Jenny Lacey and other relationship people will tell you this works in some way, in a very altruistic and a good way, with relationships. For most people, your wife ain't treating your wife. You're right. Your wife, this, that, and the other. Dude, you probably not treating her like the queen she needs to be treated. That's just my humble opinion. Ladies, your man not treating you right? Well, men have a different scale, but anyways, your man not treating you right? Maybe you're not treating him right. But guys are just kind of, I don't know. Let me just talk about guys later. I'll get that in another segment or something. But be nice. So let me pause a bit. Anybody in the clubhouse side want to unmic, talk about the first two things I said, being nice and or, I don't even know what the first thing I said was, being nice or taking risk. Anybody want to jump in on that? I'll pause for a minute before I go on. Please.
Hey, Ramon.
I heard,
gotta
say
share
names.
that MLK quote because you set that fire. Since we celebrating the dream this month. Listen, he said you ain't got to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Like, I'm so glad that you just brought that up. Like, we got to get started. You have to be willing to take the risk. You got to be willing to just take the first step. Just start. So that's what came up for me. Thank you so much for this conversation, Ramon. You rock. Flare out.
Thank you. And who was that speaking? That was Victoria?
Hey, Ramon, it's Victoria.
Okay, hey, but who was speaking before? That was Shante?
Oh,
yes, sir.
And don't forget, remind us who you are, what you do. I want my Instagram people to hear you too. I want my LinkedIn people to hear you too. I want my Twitter people to hear you too. I want Facebook people to hear you too. So Shante, just give a quick shout out to who you are. And then I'll turn to you, Victoria.
I am Shante Health Wells. Listen, I help folks fire hypertension and fire those blood pressure medications naturally. Flare out. Woo!
Ooh, I love it, Shante. Victoria, the mic is yours. Talk to me.
hey, sorry about that. I'm Victoria Finch, owner of Avalon Executive Assistants. We do the little work so you can make great changes in this world. When you talk about risk and when you talk about being nice, it's really about, like you said, not seeing the whole staircase before we take that first step. Not only is not seeing the staircase, but understanding it ain't got to be perfect for you to take that first step. Because if we wait on perfection, we'll never go anywhere. So that's what I've learned is it ain't got to be perfect. Done is better than none.
Come on now, Victoria. Tell us more about the executive assistant business you have. Where can we find you? Why should people care about your executive assistants? Why should we care, Victoria?
We have executive assistants, but you know what we do more? We give you your life back. If you're a busy entrepreneur and you're spending all your time in emails and missing appointments, showing up late, if you need social media that you're not even getting to because you know that's where people are today, we're going to help you with that so that you can do what's important, make those memories with those families. How many times are you sitting at home on that computer? Because we all work from home, or many of us do. You're sitting at that computer and your kids are feeling ignored. We help you with that. You can make the memories you're supposed to meet. And we do work with C-level executives. And we help you create those standard operating procedures so that you can be on the beach, the boat, or wherever the heck you want to be with your family, with your loved ones, creating those memories while we take care of the details. You can find us at AvalonExecutiveAssistants.com or anywhere on the internet.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Victoria. And please, Victoria, can you please email me a link or whatever to you? Because I'll forget by the time I finish this segment. Ramon@RamonRay.com. 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 Email me about your business, please, if you don't mind. Thank you. All right, we'll take one more share, and then I'll move on to some other points. Anybody else want to jump in on the Clubhouse side or any other side? Instagram side as well. Some people are saying,
Ramon?
Please.
Ramon, it's Linnell Burns.
Now, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning.
Talk to me.
I am well. Thank you so much for the segment. And mine is actually risk. I have to promote myself more, like you said, Ramon. And so that's the thing that I am working on in regards to just getting the brand together so that people understand that I am an empowerment coach for women who have gone through a traumatic event in their lives. Usually it's the loss of a relationship, and helping them regain clarity and confidence for the next steps. And so my takeaway from your segment today is just put yourself out there more, Linnell. What you waiting for? That's what I got from it this morning, Ramon. Thank you. Have a great day.
You're welcome, Linnell. And tell me, Linnell, just for those who are listening, those like Linnell who haven't put themselves out there, is it because you forgot? Is it the imposter syndrome stuff we talk about? And I know that's a serious thing. Is it just lack of self-worth? Other things, just it wasn't in your mind? Was it like, oh, let me just not talk? Just take another 1 minute or so. Just explain, speaking for all the people who don't do it, what are some reasons people don't? Or Linnell has not, if you want to talk about yourself.
I wouldn't say that I don't put myself out there. I'm more of a person that likes to connect in person. And so when I use social media, I'm intentional in the message that I want to get out for social media. It's just that I'm not consistent in that part of social media. When it comes to my friends, my family, my relationships, the events that I'm attending, I'm extremely consistent in person. And so my goal before the end of the year is to connect with someone, and possibly you, Ramon, because you and I talk often, but not often enough. I believe it's just like the young lady said with the executive assistant. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your name.
Victoria.
But Victoria. I believe it's really just getting someone that I can hire so that they can take care of that portion for me. That I really believe, because I don't like to do it. And so I don't need to do it. I need to have someone in place that can help me do it and do it effectively. So I think that's where it is. But
So like
it
a
has
marketer,
nothing to do with
some sort of
confidence.
somebody who can understand Linnell, what you do, and then help you market yourself week to week, whether it's social media, online, or just kind of dig into your business for 3 to 6 months and guide you, either do it and or guide you into the self-promotion aspects of Linnell. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Love it. So y'all heard it.
For wrapping it all up.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Y'all heard it on the IG side, LinkedIn side. Victoria may have some people. So, hey, Linnell has a need. And hit her up and have a conversation with her. All y'all be like, come for my discovery call. Linnell's like, yep, I want to be in your discovery call. So do that. Find Linnell Burns, who's an amazing, valued member of Breakfast with Champions. Let's move forward. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. Welcome to Breakfast with Champions, the Rundown with Ramon. Thank you for Instagram folks joining me. Michael, good to have you join. Thanks to those who are joining us live across a variety of platforms. And thank you for those who are here on Breakfast with Champions on Clubhouse. That is the power of move, outsourcing with the right strategic partner. Absolutely. And Red Thinning Roots joined as well. Thank you for joining us as well. Let's move forward to point number 3. I recall being at the Computer Electronics Show, wanting to interview Michael Dell. I went to the stage, below the stage. He looked down at me. He didn't probably recognize me, notice me, know what's going on. It wasn't him. I was in the wrong place. And he walked backwards where he was supposed to go to the press that were there. I was a bit crushed. I was a bit embarrassed. Thousands of people saw me do it or didn't see me do it. But it was kind of, I was like, ooh. And then years later, me and Michael Dell are behind stage. And I'm introducing him and launching a Dell product. I remember we all know the President of the United States, the White House, and things of this nature. And lo and behold, years later, I'm invited by the Office of the President to speak to them about personal branding. Lo and behold, I'm invited to testify to Congress. I recall watching Gary Vaynerchuk from afar. And as many of you know, I was invited. His team invited me, and he invited me. He was part of that decision to invite me to host at his event, VCon. 10,000 people. Deepak Chopra, and so many other names. Randy Zuckerberg, and so many other names. Ramon Ray was there. You just can't beat that in my world. But it takes patience. Sometimes we want to go so far and so fast and do so much. Maybe it's not our right time quite yet. Sometimes you have to build upon build upon build. Many people come to me, Ramon, not many people, some people, Ramon, I want to do this, but you haven't even put the work in that I've done. You haven't even earned your stripes, as it were. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Gian says, Ramon, you did awesome at VCon. I appreciate it. Instagram crowd's coming out. It takes time. It takes patience, part of it, because often you're not ready where you are then that you will be the person you are today. I hope I'm a different man than I am today at 50 than I was at 40, than I was at 45. With patience, you build different relationships than you had before. With patience, you have more opportunity than you had before. With patience, you learn new things than you had before. With patience, your mindset changes in ways it wasn't before. With patience, your family can join you on the journey the way they couldn't before. With patience, you have the finances and money that you may not have had before. Patience is a powerful tool. Patience is a powerful tool. Good morning, Jessica. It's a powerful tool, powerful tool. Patience, an aspect of patience. It's not easy though. I'm not a patient person. I don't like waiting. But I'm learning that as I'm patient, as I'm waiting, who knows, the opportunities are coming. It's step upon step upon step. Yes, some people you think, oh, they got all their toys at once, but I don't think they did. I'm reminded of the journey of Steve Harvey, sitting in his car, being homeless, but he got a chance. The story of Tyler Perry, grunt work, grunt work, grunt work, but he got a chance. Patience is a powerful thing. So I tell you, Christina, be patient. I tell you, Felicia, be patient. Thank you so much, Shantae. Be patient. I tell you, daughter Maria, be patient. I tell you, Mary Lynn, be patient. I tell you, Yin, be patient. I tell you, Dr. Janie, be patient. I tell you, Tosh, be patient. Dr. Tangi, be patient. Maria, be patient. Linnell, be patient. Let's be patient. This doesn't mean that we don't want to advance. This doesn't mean that we don't want to go forward, but patience is important. And for those of us who believe in God, those of us who have faith in Him, God ordains steps. God orders steps day by day, week by week, month by month. My plans are not His plans. His thoughts are not always my thoughts. He has a path and a purpose before me. Jeremiah, before I was born, He knew me. This is part of the index of being patient. Part of the index of being patient. There are things that I want done, things that I want to do. Thank you, Smiling Lovely. Things I want to do. Even now in my life, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'll just preview it. Yes, I'm building Celebrity CEO. It's a slow process to grow where we want. Yesterday, I was on the phone with Facebook for an hour getting my Facebook pixels aligned, talking with my team as we evolve the Celebrity CEO coaching program. And those who want to download that free Celebrity CEO personal branding blueprint, just go to celebrityceo.com. Download your free personal branding blueprint. Be patient. Many people looking at me where I am today and things I've done say, Ramon, we want to be there. And I'm grateful. And guess what? I'm looking at others where they are and where I want to be. But I'm satisfied and happy as well where I am as well by God's grace. So be patient. Be patient. If I look at Felicia all day and say, well, I want to be like that right now, she's had her journey. She's had her path. She's gone through things I haven't gone through, won't go through, can't go through. Different journey. Got to be patient for my time. I look at Mary Lynn, what she's gone through, what she will go through. I can't look at her and say, oh, I want that because her journey is not my journey. Got to be patient for my journey. I'm never going to be healthy like Dr. Tangi and rock some clothes like her. It's just not going to happen. I got to be patient and go with my journey. As I admire the success of Dr. Janie Lacey, love how she speaks. That's her path, her journey. Patience is important because sometimes when you rush ahead, when you rush faster than what it should be, when you try to manufacture it, when you try to do what Abraham did and make an Isaac or make a Esau, when you try to go ahead too fast, sometimes you mess it up and maybe you should have. Maybe you just should have waited. You went a bit too fast. You crossed the bridge before it was solidified. Now you made a mistake. Now you made a mistake. Is this talking to anybody today? If it is, put a heart, put a chat, put an X, put a Y, put a 1 in the chat. Is this talking to anybody today? I know I'm talking to myself. I'm uplifting my own spirit today as I speak about.
Can I get an amen, Raymond?
Come on now. Bring it. Anytime.
Cue the organ music. I'm loving it. It's a revival.
I appreciate you, brother. I'm reviving myself as I speak it, because that's the one thing I need help in is patience. Thank you so much, Alma. Heather Parody joined. I'm blushing brown more. Good to see you, Heather. Thanks for being here. Patience is a powerful virtue. Thank you, Dr. Fred Jones is in the house. America's foremost coach to help you know your worth. Check out Dr. Fred Jones, what he's doing to help people understand how they're worth. America's foremost worthologist. Patience is an important virtue. Rushing can be very detrimental to us. And again, this is a weak area of mine. Rushing can be detrimental. I've shared with some of you day before Valentine's Day of this year, day before Valentine's Day, me and my lady have had a great night out, great day. We're at the bowling, get ready to go to the bowling alley. I turned a left, went to the light, boom, I knocked into a car. Rushing. I wish I would have taken my time. Now, some of you navel gaze are perfectionists and you take too long to make the decision. You're going too slow. You don't take action. You don't move. You also don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And every time be in a state of rushing. But patience is so important. Trappy says, slow down. Linnell says, patience is a virtue. Thank you, Tana. It's a revival. Thank you. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my soul. When I share like this, Tanya, I have the broad outlines of what I want, and I just get a download as I'm speaking, as I'm sharing. Patience is important. Next point. We will move on and have some more time for discussion, and then we'll wrap up here in the next few minutes at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Alexa and her crew will follow us. Another point that I find in my success, things I've done well, things I can help with all of you, and I've shared it many times, and I'll share it again and again and again, is the power of follow-up. It is not my job to follow up with Tosh about what she said she wants to buy from me, possibly. It's my job. You see, here's why, people. Because Tosh is very, very busy. Tosh is doing her writing a highly effective business plan book to help you. Tosh is putting together her affiliate challenge at websitebuilderplan.com. Tosh is busy helping businesses and individuals have an online presence no matter what they do. See, Tosh is busy building her own community, an affiliate and working with Les Brown, Alicia Little. Go ahead. A visionary helping to change Africa one country at a time. Tosh is a busy, busy lady. So when she says she wants to work with me, it's not her job to follow up with me. It's my job to follow up with her. You understand what I'm saying? It's her job. It's my job, rather. Stars Tina said, yeah, I may want to hire you to do some carpets in my home. May want to hire you to do it. Stars Tina is busy. She is your Traumedy global energy coach who will guide your mindset, heart, set, nutrition, and fitness journey. Stars Tina is a busy lady. She's building her own empire. She helps you get rid of Traumedy. No more Traumedy. She helps you do. She has her free ebook on rituals and routines for a wonderful life. She helps professional women who suffer from limiting beliefs, imposter syndrome, or just life issues reach their health, wellness, and fitness goals. Stars Tina is a busy lady. So she wants to get her carpets clean, but it's not on her priority list. It's your job to remind Stars Tina that you're available to clean her carpets. It's your job, not her job. Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate you. It's your job to remind. Follow up with people who trust you. Follow up with people who want you is one of the best ways you can grow your business. This is some of the principles we teach, part of Celebrity CEO. If you haven't gotten the book, just go to Amazon. Buy the book. Buy the book. $14, $19, whatever you can get it for. Steal it from somebody. I don't know. Don't do that, but you know what I'm saying. Get the book. Download the Celebrity CEO Blueprint. CelebrityCEO.com/blueprint. Download a free guide. You'll love it. Check out the Celebrity CEO coaching community as we grow and evolve and morph that community. CelebrityCEO.com/coaching. Thank you so much, Amanda. So follow-up is important. It's everything. Or one of the things that are important. Follow-up. Because people want you, but they forget. They forget. They get busy. You're not their priority. You have to make them your priority. Follow-up is essential. And again, for those who are just joining, my name is Ramon Ray. Streaming live, part of the Breakfast with Champions experience. This is a special edition of the Rundown with Ramon. And you can get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Want an MC or a host for your next event? Hit me up. Want to build your personal brand, build your business, liking what you're hearing? Want to work with Ramon some more? Check us out at Celebrity CEO, our coaching program, or download the free blueprint. And I hope to see some of you at our big entrepreneurs conference next year. Zoneofgenius.com/awards. Zoneofgenius.com/awards. It's growing bigger than I could have ever imagined. So, tip number 5, coming to we're at the end of our tips here. We'll turn back on Clubhouse and have some discussion. We've got about 16 minutes left. Dream bigger. I can't remember who I heard this from. Could have been from Glenn, could have been David Meltzer, could have been Steve Harvey, not sure. But I think it's a valued tip. Dream bigger. How many know, hey, good morning, George. How many know they're dreaming too small? How many know right now what they're thinking is smaller than it should be? How many know right now that your dream, your vision is a small part of the plate that God has for you? If you know your dream is too small, I want you to confess to us all and put small in the chat. Put small in the chat right now. Let the world see that you know you're dreaming too small. Put small in the chat. Everybody shouldn't do this. There's some of you right now who are hearing the sound of my voice. You know you're dreaming too small. I want you to put the word small in the chat. Let's see it. I'm going to call your name out. Health Wells. She knows she's dreaming too small. Shantae knows she's dreaming too small. I received that. Tosh knows she's dreaming too small. John Clark is confessing and saying, yes, Ramon, I know I'm dreaming too small. Mary Lynn Wilkin confesses right now. She's saying, I know I'm dreaming too small. Journey is saying, Ramon, yes, I know I'm dreaming too small. Maria Lind, big caps. She's saying, Ramon, I know I'm dreaming too small. You're not alone. You're not alone. It's time to dream bigger. This doesn't mean we'll reach every goal we want to do, but as we know, we've heard it many, many times. This is not my original. People have said this many times. As you dream bigger, as you stretch for a foot, you may miss it, but at least you got to almost foot, which is larger than the inch that you were dreaming. Cindy Baker says, dream big, then make a specific plan and work the plan. That's right. Work the plan. I just set up Trello. Come on now. Come on now, Maria. Mary Kim, I'm not implementing all my big dreams. Dream bigger. Now, my problem is I probably dream too much, daydream too much, and all over the place, but that's just me. And that's just what it is. Welcome, Steph. Welcome, Stacy. It's time to dream bigger. It's time to stop dreaming small. And I'm assuming you have to dream big all the time. But I'll give you an example from my own life, and then we'll, in the broadcast here, and turn back to Clubhouse. When I think about this Entrepreneur Conference and Awards, and it's a bit squished in the image you're seeing live, I dreamed I want to bring people together. I want to bring some of the biggest names I can think of. Seth Godin is one. I want to bring some of the influential friends I have. Precious Williams is a rock star, the pitch queen. If you know Precious, tag her now. Tell her Ramon's talking about her. Precious Williams is a dynamic force. Her journey from poverty, from abuse, from lack of self-worth, her journey from being abused to who she is now is a journey that will set all of you on fire. When I think of Claude Silver, Chief Heart Officer of VaynerMedia, working with Gary Vaynerchuk, who said yes to me, I'm inspired. When I think of Nadia, the world's foremost expert in change, who said yes to me, I say thank you. When I think Dr. Jenny Lacey said, Ramon, I'm in. Need to know more details, but I'm in. I said thank you. And I can go down the list of people who have invested in this dream from my initial vision and said, Ramon, count me in. We'll figure it out later. This is dreaming. And when you put your foot out, as you begin to dream and as you begin to manifest, as you begin to write down, as you begin to project, as you begin to stop hiding and make it public, as you begin to put it out to the market, people begin to hold on and latch onto your dream and want to support and invest in you. This is the aspect of dreaming bigger. Wisdom guy's a kid. I was a daydreamer. That's right. Dreaming is important. Dreaming is important, but not just dreaming, taking action on that dream. Dora Maria would never have had this book that I'm holding up, You Are Beautiful. It would never have been launched if it was just a dream. You Are Beautiful, this book by Dora Maria. You should get it right now from Amazon. I can solve any problem. You can solve any problem. I am resilient. You're resilient. Tú eres valiente. Yo soy valiente. Yo soy amable. Tú eres fuerte. You are strong. Tú eres bello. You are beautiful. Get her book. It would have been a dream still. It wouldn't have been reaching the hands of so many people if it was just a dream. Martin Luther King had a dream, but he didn't have a dream. He executed on that dream and made freedom happen emotionally and otherwise for so many people. It's time to unlock. It's time to unleash your dreams. Stop keeping them chained. Unleash them because the world needs your dream to be manifested. The world needs your dream to be manifested. We wouldn't be here today if the visionaries of Clubhouse wouldn't have created this app. We wouldn't be here today if Glenn Lundy wouldn't have brought this group together. We wouldn't be here today if we wouldn't have made the decision to be here. Thank you, Steph. Yes. It's time to manifest your dream. It's time to manifest your dream. Hola, señorita Liddell. Manifest the dream. So as I put together the Zone of Genius conference and awards, we'll see what happens. People don't like when I say this. Ramon, don't say it could fail. Yeah, it could fail. So when I speak about dreaming, I'm also no problem saying this may not happen. Why do I say it? There's many things I've launched that have never seen the light of day, didn't work out, and I'm comfortable saying that. But my vision, my hope, I'm doing everything I can to make the Entrepreneur Conference and Awards a reality. Fundraising for sponsors right now, having conversations. People are buying tickets right now. People are joining in saying, Ramon, I want to be a part of this experience. And I suggest you all check it out, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Check it out. We'll be having an awards component as well. I'll release it now for Breakfast with Champions. And my hope is that Glenn Lundy will be there. He will be there, but he'll be there on stage and be giving at least one, if not more than one award to somebody part of the community. That's new. So I dreamed. Celebrity CEO. Yeah, I had the book out, but I had to dream bigger and I had to grow to launch the successful program we have today that's just emerging. Just a handful of amazing people who believe in me. Maria and others are in there. And we're learning together. Melody's in there. We're learning together. Probably a few I'm missing here. But it wouldn't have happened if I had to step up. And people have said, Ramon, you're a coach. And I said, no, I'm not a coach. You are a coach. No, I'm not a coach. You are a coach. You're not a coach. You are a coach. You're not a coach. I've been going back and forth and I realized, no, I am a coach. What I've done right now for the past almost hour is coaching. But I didn't know I have it within me. So Celebrity CEO, that's growing. I have a team that's helping me build that. When I think about zoneofgenius.com. There was no zoneofgenius.com before I created it. There was none. There was no Amazon.com before Mark created it. There was no Tesla before Elon created it. We can go down the list. There was no Home Depot. Thank you. Thank you, Gian, for buying Celebrity CEO book. Thank you on the Kindle. Thank you so much. Send me a screenshot of that with you if you want. I'd love to see your smile there, and I'll share it out. But I had to dream bigger. I bought the domain. There's content now. Advertising revenue is coming in. And guess what? I got an email today from a huge PR company. Ramon, our clients want to know your rates for doing sponsored posts. I created it from scratch. It was nothing. I dreamed it. Everybody, listen, I'm going to stop the live video part here. Thank you all for joining me on Instagram. Thank you for joining me across streams on the different Facebook groups and Twitter and LinkedIn and otherwise. Check me out at RamonRay.com. Definitely download your free Celebrity CEO Blueprint at CelebrityCEO.com. Check out what we're doing at zoneofgenius.com. Hope you come to the awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. You're so welcome. Let me end the Instagram feed real quick here. All right. Let me end the broadcast here on